Hey guys, I'm Victor, and this is After the After Hours.
And I'm Bryan, and this is where we talk to you guys all about recovery and ex bartending stories and everything in between. How we doing?
That's right.
That's right.
What's up, guys? So I figure I was talking to Bryan about this for you guys. I figure we're at the point of the podcast where we can start sharing some, so to speak, superpowers that you get once you stop drinking, like these kind of skills that you get, and just things to look forward to, things you're able to do that you weren't able to do before. And I want to jump right in to a pretty crazy feat that you just did, my friend. You ran a
Oh, what?
full
What?
marathon.
Yeah, I did. I did, and it
That's
was fucking
fucking
hard.
bananas, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I can imagine, dude. I,
yeah.
I mean, I've done around 5 or 6 at this point. No, I did four half marathons. I did
That's good.
Central Park. I did Brooklyn, Philadelphia. I think I did Brooklyn twice, actually.
So, funny thing
Yeah.
about the half marathon, so during COVID, I signed up for the full marathon, and it
Hmm.
got canceled. Right, and I raised the money and all that kind of stuff, and it got canceled. So I had it like held over for the next year, and the next year it got canceled again. So finally, I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm just gonna donate the money and like move on, right? But then I signed up for the half marathon the year after, and something else happened where it didn't go through or something, and so I just said like fuck it, and I ran it myself, and that was the longest I've ever run. That was like not with like anyone coaching me or anything like that. That was just like me just running and just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna go run 13 miles or whatever. And like that was hard because I didn't know what I was doing. Um, but this one was ridiculous. Like this was like if you ever want to fucking challenge your brain, like your mind over something, you should do a marathon. And it's not like even if you're a runner or anything like that. It was just for me, I it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And it got to a point where around 17 miles, 18 miles, where I'd never run that far. And my body was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And it was like all hills, like Austin. I did Austin. It was all hills. And my body just like literally shut down. Like they say hit the wall. And I've hit the wall in workouts before, but I've never hit walls where I still had, 8 miles left. And so I did it.
Damn.
Yeah. And
Damn.
so the wall hit.
Oh,
I caught a mad cramp, and your brain just starts screaming, walk, 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 like screaming in your head. And I'm like, no, I'm not walking. And so I didn't walk until like around mile 18. And then I started like breaking it up and to like walk. And then I like walk for a minute and then run and then walk for a minute and a half and then run. And it just got longer and longer and longer until a point where like it was extreme, dude. And like I'm looking around at all these other people next to me and they're all in the same boat. So it was really a zen experience. It was very cool. It was cool.
so the longest I ran was 18 miles, but
That's
it
good.
wasn't for a marathon. I was training. So I do this. I mean, I'm not like a super crazy training. Like I'm not super disciplined in
Right.
like how to do it, but I have my own way. So I do like 3 miles one week, then next week I do five. So eventually, when I started training for my last marathon, I was like, let me see if I can go over because my other friend Raj, he did a full marathon as well. I was supposed to join him, I just wasn't ready. I hadn't run, and he did it. So I was just trying to see how I could do it. So I ran. I go 7 miles one way and 7 miles back way,
Yeah,
and
that's
then I
great.
do again. I do like 8 miles one way, 8 miles back. So I ended up
Great.
doing 18 miles one day, and yeah, dude, it's not your body hitting because when you do like you're at the gym and your body hits a wall, that wall is like oh, my arms can't move anymore,
Right.
or oh, my right leg can't move anymore.
Right.
But when you hit a wall running, that's like every single ounce of energy that you have in your body is just depleted.
It's just gone.
Like no reserves.
Yeah.
No, you're running on Keanu Reeves fumes on that
Yeah.
motherfucker, bro. It's
Yeah.
like you're John Wick in that moment, and you just got to keep going. Like you got shot at. Like it's like that, and it's crazy. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I'm definitely doing a marathon. Just because I told myself I wouldn't be able to do a half, and I did it.
Right.
And yeah, so segueing right into it, those are the things that you're able to do. If Because once I stopped drinking, I was like, oh, now I have all this time, all this
All this
energy.
time. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then what's the first thing that you do? Most people do when well, guys do it in their like midlife, whatever crisis, anyways, is they just start running in the morning. It's a really good high, and it's a great substitute for like being drunk or whatever. Because when
Yeah.
you
So
finish, even a mile,
yeah. Funny enough, the when I quit drinking, it was right around the time that the first David Goggins book came out, right? And so you've read that book,
Goggins.
right? Have you read his book?
No, no,
Okay.
I don't know how to
So,
read.
but you know David Goggins, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Everyone knows David Goggins.
You don't know
So
me,
like,
bitch.
yeah. So he wrote two books, and his first book, it was basically just talking about his life and how horrible his childhood was and how he was obese and then he had all these issues and he just learned how to harden his mind and start running. And like I had never been a runner, dude. I was like when I was a kid, my stepdad I was a chubby kid. And my stepdad used to make me like wake up and go run around the block, and I couldn't run around the block, and I would just cry and I'd be so mad that he made me run. And I and that was the main thing what held me back from sports. Like when I wanted to play soccer, I was okay at soccer, but it's a fucking lot of running. So like at a certain point, I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing this. Um, Baseball was the same way. It's like I just thought running was dumb because I'm like, what are you running for? Like, there's no reason to run. And then when I started doing CrossFit, I started boxing, and then boxing has a lot of running. And then I was an adult. So then I was like, okay, let me try this. And the way I started, and I'm kind of running on with this because it really like changed my life a little bit. But I just learned that running in the beginning is just like walking quicker, right? You know what I mean? It's like, I know it's like silly.
Yo.
I know, it's silly,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah,
everyone's so nervous about running, like so nervous about getting out there. So I just started going out there and walking, and then walk for like 5 minutes, and then just start walking faster. And then I just started going, and then like eventually I was just fucking cruising, and it got to a certain point where I was like, I called it Forrest Gumping, where it's like everywhere I went, I would just run. So it's like if
yeah.
I had to go to the store, I'd run to the store. If I had to go to the bar, I'd run to the bar, whatever, and like it really got to a point where my body was so used to the movement that it didn't feel like work. It just felt like fine. Now with this thing, I have not run like that in probably like 5 years, because I've been like doing CrossFit, and CrossFit's a lot of short running and not a lot of long running. I started
Yeah, it
doing the
sprints.
hybrid training after powerlifting. And so right after November, so I only had like 2 or 3 months to train. And I think that's what made it so hard. And I think that's what made it so beautiful too.
Yeah, so that happened to me. I started training like a month or two before my half marathon, and I remember I put fucking miles on these legs, and I
Yeah.
remember I was running. It was BK marathon, and then I just started getting these splints, and
Yeah.
I just try to. And also one thing about me, which is kind of comical, but I need to be able to shit in the morning before I run, like hands down. Like if
A lot
I
of people are
don't
like that.
have that time, yeah, like I did, and I can't eat the night before a lot. I can't, even if it's energy, whatever. I can't do it because
Really?
then the next day, well, I definitely go a couple times a day. My metabolism is pretty crazy.
Good.
I don't gain weight that fast. I gain weight in a couple areas, but I also lose it pretty quick. But like I cycle food pretty quick, and if I'm running, just imagine standing still for like 3 hours, right? You're gonna eventually have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
But if you're moving things around for 3 hours,
For sure.
that just speeds things up. So that for me is a big one. But I look at running for me it's as like kind of like a type of meditation. That's how I've put it.
So once again, I'm Bryan. Thanks for tuning in,
I'm Victor. Thanks for tuning into the After Hours.
and follow us on all the socials, Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.